All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. I'm here all day. Check, lucky, what's up?
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Mike 54. Watch the run. Mike 5-4.
They go play action with Brissett into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Some people call it a shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass. All you're trying to do is open up the middle of the field, flip the ball forward. In this case, they didn't gain any yardage.
The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Check it back.
Now Gurley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Gurley again here on first down. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They try right side here, Gurley. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game.
Well, what's been good for them along the way is they understand their identity. They are a passing team, but they do like to mix in the run every now and then just to keep people off balance. Didn't work very well on that one, but all in all, I like their philosophy.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Come on, set. 60 or.
They'll run on first down. It's done, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down now. It's done. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Pilot, 64, weak. 60, Pittsburgh.
On 3rd down, done. Boy, no chance, as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Minshew sets to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Under 10, 10.
Play fake, Brissett. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Brissett. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett, no, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Jags grab it. The 40, the 20, 10. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
I got you. I got you. Check three. Check three.
On play action, Brissett. Open man is Ross, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
First down, Indianapolis.
Now Brissett. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On second down, here's a run with Mack. Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up first and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll run here with Mack, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Minshew. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
General West.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a give right side. It's done, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Brissett. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. It'll buy some time right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Steps away to his left. He completes it to Tate. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Okay, ready? Hey, Alpha.
59. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 59 is Mike. 59.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Down. 10 Lobo. Protein spill.
On first down. Done. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second and 6 at the 22-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On second down, it's done. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. On third down, done. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Let's think here. You're still just in the second quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show me I have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So on fourth down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lambo will put this one through, and that will knock things up here late in the first half. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
He's got it to Hilton. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here we go. Set. Score. 18 Gators.
They run. It's Gurley. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On second down now. It's done. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Looking to throw. Johnson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Josh Allen. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Backside guys, man, that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw, Brissett. And he fires one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll run on 1st down. Done. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. It's done. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On 3rd down. Done. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Minshew. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. DJ Chark, 42 yards. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. On 1st down, it's Mack. And he's got this down to the 35. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Gurley. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Let's go. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Throwing. Brissett. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Rigoberto Sanchez
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee. And he'll take over at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Hey, Sam off. Be gripping.
On 2nd and 9. Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. So 3rd and long. Here's Minshew. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 58 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
94.
On 2nd down. It's done, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. On 2nd down now. It's done. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
Ready. 10 Lobo.
I got you.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And that's complete to Adams. And he will have a 1st down here, but I have a feeling it's not going to be for long. They're already walking backwards. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will make this a 4-point game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Let's go.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
First down, Indianapolis.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here we go. 54, right there, right there.
Now it's Gurley. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Let's go, defense is up.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
On first down, it's Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the afternoon as they have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll go play action here with Minshew. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw it. Minshew. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll run on first down. Dunn. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. It's done. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Check. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Check. Check. Check.
Check. Ready.
On first down, this is Adams. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll keep it on the ground. Done. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Lambeau on for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Jaguars, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they suffered just their 2nd loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.